I was invited so that they would look young.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
You know, there's one in every family.
That's absolutely right.
You do a fine job at that.
Yeah.
Huh?
Okay, let's get to this, or it's going to be a 12-minute vlog.
Oh, no.
So this is also a Starbucks
It is
commercial.
for us.
Okay. Only they paid us for this. Do you guys know who's here today? Who is this? Heather! Yay! I'm going to let her say her last name because I butcher it.
Noonan.
And where are you from, Heather?
I'm from Kelowna, British Columbia, Canada.
Wow.
About 4 hours east of Vancouver.
So what do you want to talk about?
Oh
What do you want to talk about today?
Oh, geez, I don't even know.
What do you talk about?
You're really good at the
Hey,
Canadian accent, by the
Well,
way.
you know,
Anyways,
kind of live with
Hey.
a bunch of them. Yeah.
I'm the one that's going to rein this in for you, okay, you guys? Okay, so Heather is visiting Studio Sweat here in San Diego. She is one of our on-demanders. She came and she took a class with me this morning. This is Sweat. Still recovering from my class. Heather was in it. She survived it as well.
Barely.
And barely, I know it was touch and go.
It was good.
So what we want to do is we want to ask Heather about her experience with on-demand, because we don't often get the chance to see it from the other side of the camera. Okay, so we
Like
all
never.
Right?
Yeah.
So we've all kind of prepared a couple of questions for Heather, and we just love for her to answer them. So instead of us being the interviewer, we're going to be the interviewer. Heather, how are you today?
I'm fabulous.
Welcome to San Diego.
Thank you. It's been a very warm welcome.
In so many ways.
I know.
It's supposed to be 79 today.
Oh my gosh, seriously?
Yeah.
It's going to be hot this weekend.
Mike,
Yes.
start the party.
I want to ask you what the experience is like as a first timer. When you first started SSoD, your very first class, what kind of feelings do you have? What kind of anxieties or concerns for anybody that's considering getting online and taking some of these classes?
I think what was really helpful for my first classes is I know on the site, Kat had a short video on how to set up your bike.
Okay, good.
And so that really reduced a lot of my anxiety because it comes in a box, it arrives on your doorstep, you get somebody to put it together, and then you look at it. And I looked at my bike for 2 years and didn't know what to do with it, and kind of
Didn't you use it as a clothes rack for a
as
while?
a laundry
Yeah,
rack.
Yeah, yeah.
It became a
I
laundry
think that
rack.
happens a lot.
Very popular.
all too often. But then I stumbled upon your site and I was like,
So glad.
and watched your how to set up your bike, and I thought, okay, I can do this.
Step A.
And I think what's really helpful, which you do in periodically enough in the current videos, is you always go back to what's proper form, how to sit. There's reminders in every class so that if somebody's just starting and they're 2 years in or whatever, they pick any video from the library, they're going to get cued on how to sit and how you should be feeling.
Yeah.
Your perceived exertion, shoulders in the back pocket, all that stuff straight back, because I'm there in my, rec room biking away and whoop, I straighten up, So those
Constant
verbal
reminders.
cues are really, really helpful.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And we just did add a new category, which is classes that are good for beginners or people that want a little bit of a less intense workout. That's not to say that they're easy. They just might be better suited for someone who's just starting out. So we're really happy that we have that. Let's go ahead.
Yeah, you can't ask that other question that he was going to talk about.
No, she is.
I
You know
will
what?
ask that
She is
question.
taken.
I will
So
ask that
stop
question.
it.
Okay,
You
so
want me on that wall.
going back to where you said, your bike sat there for possibly 2 years before you jumped on it. I think that happens a lot with people who work out at home.
Yeah.
What motivates you to daily go, okay, I'm not going to put my laundry on my bike or on my treadmill, whatever your piece of equipment is
Because
that
you have
at
such
home.
an out. You just have so
Oh my
much less
gosh, there's so
accountability.
many other things to do. You could do a load of laundry, you could go make dinner for the family. Like, what motivates you every day to hit play and get to that workout?
The connectedness from the trainers on the website itself, the fact that we can comment and trainers will comment back. You can be on the Studio Sweat Facebook
We're adding
page.
pictures, by the way.
Oh no!
Yeah, so
What do you
that
mean, like pictures of them?
Yeah, so people can upload, like,
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, you'll be able to upload your picture, because you know how it's nice to put a face with a name? So now every time you comment, it'll show your
Oh,
picture.
great.
If you added it.
Yeah.
If
Can
you
we
don't have it on
choose
there,
what picture we use for ourselves?
No, I choose for us,
For us.
and then she chooses for her.
This is not gonna work
This
out
is
well.
this is not a democracy.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's the fact that you do a really good job of responding to people. So people who are out there who are subscribing, who choose to engage,
Yes.
will get response and will feel a sense of community. And then there's people who will choose never to leave a comment on anything, and that's
Those are
totally
called
fine.
Californians.
Yes.
Like for some
The
reason,
Californians.
I will tell you, I thought when I looked at our, when you look at all the people that we interact with, I thought that we had a much bigger presence on the East Coast and in other countries.
Right.
Turns out our number one state for subscribers and just people that are on the website in general is California, but we just never
We
talk.
never knew that.
There's plenty of people here
Make
in
a
San
comment.
Diego that do
I
it.
know.
They pull up their address,
Yeah.
they write, and I'm like, you're here in San Diego.
I've never even heard of you before. Yeah, Heather in Canada,
Comments
we
all
talk
the
to you all
time.
the time.
Yeah.
So
That's
funny. What she's saying is you should know that if you talk to us, we're going to talk back. We're good at talking back, actually. Okay. Marico.
So any tips on somebody new starting out and getting that motivation? Since you got that going.
Yeah, well, I also host a little private Facebook page. A couple of years ago, Studio Sweat did a 30 clean challenge combined with Studio Sweat members, and so we were loaded into a 30 clean Facebook page. And at the end of that challenge, I thought, this was so great to be able to interact with our nutrition and our exercise with people who have the subscription in common. So before that page closed, I opened a little private group and said, hey, anyone who's in this group, if you want to keep talking about fitness and everything, come into this little space. So, about 15 ladies did, and every time there's a new challenge or something like that through Studio Sweat, or people, email you, and then you send me their email, and I send them an invite, and then we're able to communicate with each other in a closed space, because my friends really don't want to see sweaty pictures on my personal Facebook
get
feed.
it.
Well, you guys hold each other accountable, right, to do your workouts,
Oh,
which is
yeah.
so awesome.
Challenge one another.
That's
This is
right.
what I've done
I
today.
love that.
Yeah, exactly. You post a picture, you just say, whether you say, oh my goodness, I died during Rebecca's class. Or
I knew she was going to say
Anytime someone says the word die,
Yeah,
I know,
Rebecca.
No, but we have come to love Rebecca.
Oh,
Actually,
absolutely.
we've come to
You can't not.
the discussion and the richness of Studio Sweat is the variety of training styles and the variety of classes. So there's always something that will challenge you. And even Rebecca's class, which has this stigma of just being like Iron Woman, she gives alternatives all the time.
Yeah, she's good at
so that you don't have
That's
to be
our
scared.
trainers are supposed to be skilled at that.
Anybody can do any class.
Yeah.
You just are going to work towards your own progress.
Yeah. I do that. I say, here's what we're going to do, and the alternative is to get off the bike and leave.
Yes, I know.
That's your
That's right.
alternative.
We got two choices.
Mike's
That's it.
class
Do
is
what I
two
do.
choices. On
Or
the bike
leave.
or off.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's actually a really great point, and none of us take offense when someone says something like, we leave the comments. If you guys put a negative comment, unless it's inappropriate, we leave the comments on there, and those are so few and far between. It's like, for every 100 positive comments, there maybe even less. Like there's one, someone that didn't love the class, and that's okay. We'll leave it on there. But what I always respond is, hey, you know what? Maybe you didn't like this music style. I totally get it. Here's another trainer whose music style I feel like you might like better. So try them out. So.
And it's okay not to like a class too. I mean, as
Or
much
a trainer.
as much
No,
as
it's
it makes
not.
us
Some
cry.
people hate me.
I mean,
Don't
really.
dislike my class.
Yeah, that's not allowed. You can't
It's
dislike
okay to
Mike's, you
dislike
can like
her.
any one of ours. But we do like to hear that feedback, so we know either what to tweak or what direction we can send you into.
Yeah, as long as it's constructive. And,
Yeah.
So
Not like
did you
that
feel
was boring.
guilty knowing you were going to come here and knowing that I am your favorite teacher and you'd have to see these other girls? Did you feel
That's
guilty
your
about
next
that?
interview question?
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
Notice she doesn't have anything to say, Mike.
That means she did feel
What's he talking about?
I'm coming Thursday night.
All right.
I'm here to ride with Mike.
So in this Facebook group, you said ladies. Are there any guys?
You know what? We tried to get, I think it was Bob from one of the 30
Bob's
Plains, but and David from New Zealand.
Yeah.
David just
David, you got a shout out. David,
David
you
is a slacker. He did not want to join us. So we are open. It's
Just because there's plenty of SSoDers out there that are males, don't
Sweat on Demand with your email address. They'll forward it to me. I have to send an invite via email, and then I'll sign you up for the group.
Okay, so Mayor, what website or what email address?
They can go to the contact us form on our SSOD website where it says help and then contact us.
Okay,
that's the easiest way.
So,
I know.
And we encourage you guys, like, now you guys all, none of you knew each other before, and now you're, I mean, where are some of the people from?
Lots of Canadians. We have Hervoika, who lives near me.
Hervoika.
I know, and Kara is in. This is so bad.
Missouri.
I should have
She's
had
in
a whole
Missouri.
list.
I know
and
Kara.
Sylvia's in France, and
so cool.
we have ladies
I know, I love it.
all
So
over Canada, the States, in Europe.
awesome.
There's somebody. I think it's Josie is in.
California?
Great Britain or the UK.
Yes,
Yeah, the UK.
How do you guys remember all this? We have thousands of.
I get a lot of questions, and I look at where they.
I finally made an album pinned to the top of our page that says "Who are we?" and it has
that's
the
cute.
person's picture and a map.
very
That is
Because I have to go back
Guys,
and just
get in the group.
Where are people from
That's awesome.
again?
It's the popular group. You can sit at the popular table with Heather.
Well, it's just
You're the
nice.
fun kids on the bus.
It's a
And if you're
closed-
rejected, you could join my group.
It's just a closed, safe
a big group,
place
don't you?
where people who have the same interest can encourage each other. And
Motivate. It's motivation. It's help
It's
out. because
totally
you
motivation
You don't have that
because-
for other people that are, or our class. Everybody in here, our clients that come in, they're going to elbow you if you're like, where you been for the last week?
Exactly.
That's your little
Same
elbow on
thing.
Facebook. That's your post.
Exactly.
Love that.
And we are going to have a community forum that we're building. That's one of our. We have so many things that we want to do, but we do them one at a time so that it's done right. But one of the things that we want to do is we do want to add a community forum. That's going to be different because the trainers can interact. You guys can interact. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be like a neighborhood.
So it's open, not private.
It's going to be open,
Okay,
and
cool.
it's going to be through our website. So it's just going to be a community forum.
Good.
A blog. Maybe I wouldn't call it a blog, but so watch for that. That's another one of the things that we have coming out. But in the meantime, the thing I like about what you guys are doing is we don't get involved, and you guys can say, "Hey, Mike's class kind of sucked, right? Was it just
No,
me?"
you can't
or-
say
Yeah, I don't say that about Mike's class.
Everybody's so nice though,
I know.
and it's realistic that one trainer's style is not a match for
Yeah.
any person on a given day.
Yeah.
And so with the
Except for mine is every day.
Every day.
right?
Every
All
day.
day.
All day,
every day.
But when members use their backstage pass,
Yes.
and, on Monday they post, I really didn't like that class, or this class is coming up. Does somebody have a suggestion for a different one? Or I'm on the road, or all kinds of things. I have a sore back, whatever. Then all the other people in the group will chime in and give suggestions.
So
and,
awesome.
I had a
encouragement.
suggestion. Someone made a comment once. This was so funny. They said, "I really enjoyed your class, but it wasn't hard enough." And I thought, "That's on you.
Right.
Yeah, it is. That's
On your gear was
That wasn't my fault that you didn't push yourself." I thought that was so clever.
Maybe what they meant was they didn't find it motivating enough. Not that you're not
No,
motivating, but you were
I
so
totally get that.
motivating. But
And really, when Mike says
you're right.
add a quarter turn on, Mike adds a half a turn to our quarters. So keep
He
that in
does.
mind when you say that didn't
Super
challenge me. Maybe add more gear.
So, do I look like you thought I would look? Am I
Totally.
shorter, taller,
No.
just right? I
Totally.
always
You
wondered
guys
that.
all look how I thought
Yeah.
you would.
Whiter. Am I whiter in person?
Oh my gosh.
You're much. The camera adds.
No, I'm really curious. Do we look like
Yes,
you thought?
you look totally how I thought you would look.
Tell me
Because
that's better.
a lot of people think I'm like 6 feet tall. Do you know
That's
why?
because you're always standing next to me.
Because when I stand
Oh,
next
yeah.
to Bethany,
Slightly sarcastic.
There's a huge difference.
Oh, you're gonna make me stand up?
do I look 6 feet tall right now?
Yes, she
sorry,
does.
Sorry,
Is Heather still here? Anybody see her?
I'm only 5'8". She's just this big.
Yeah.
I'm only 5'8".
I wish I was like 5'3". That would be awesome. But
You look tall
You
on
look-
the bike.
really? Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna live on a bike now.
Mike, how tall are you?
I'm 6'3".
Okay. Bethany?
5'0".
Heather?
5'8".
Me too.
Yay. 5'7".
Doesn't
you
she
guys
look just
all
like my sister?
suck.
I like Mare's
They all
bangs.
suck.
We help you put TRX straps up so we don't.
Sometimes, otherwise I have to get this big guy out.
All right. Okay, you guys.
All right.
This vlog is over.
Disintegrating.
10 minutes.
Yeah. Downhill
But
fast.
any other tips, Heather, to close this that you can give other people that are on-demanders as far as staying motivated? Because I will tell you, the reason that we took the time out to come meet with Heather today is because we just are so in love with her, and she's so positive, and it's really awesome to see someone who at home on their own with our assistance, you know, can do what you do at home and push yourselves to the levels that you push. So any comments that you can give to help the rest of the world?
Recognize that
Sorry,
it's not
come on,
for everybody.
Yeah.
It's not for everybody, but what really helps is staying connected. You know, however you're going to do that, whether it's with somebody in your neighborhood, whether it's online, that staying connected, because you could just keep your bike a laundry rack, right? But it's the expectation from other people, and then it's a richer experience. You know, you can spend a lot of money on the latest fads, but you just got to move. And this is an excellent tool to do it. So
That's excellent. That's a
Go
good
get
point.
it.
You know,
She's
that-
so articulate.
Well, the motto I like to think is that the reason you want to be connected is that all of us are stronger than one of us. Okay, so that's what you carry with you.
Oh, Mike, that was deep.
That was really deep.
Oh,
Before
I
this,
thought so. And it just came into my head just now.
you guys are
Now it's gone.
Amazing.
Now it's gone. It's returned to the circling winds.
Don't forget to point down. For those,
Got it.
Heather, thank you for
Thank
joining
you
us.
so
Thank
much.
you
Thank
so
you
much.
much for coming out.
And for everyone at Round of Applause. So go ahead, give a shout out to your girls.
Oh, Studio Sweat, sweaty friends, we rock. Couldn't do it without you. So
For those body sculpting, fat torching workouts, make sure you check out Studio Sweat on Demand.